Yoo-hoo, it's Luhu. Welcome back to my Flosstube channel. Have you ever forgotten a crucial item in your project bag? Well, today we're going to put together a tool bag that can hop from one project to another and you'll never forget anything again. Yoo-hoo, it's Luhu, and I'm Cyndy Young. I'm the designer behind Luhu Stitches, and today I'm here with another floss tube. I thought I would put together today a helpful little tutorial on what you need to have in a project bag. Some of these things are extra, and some of them are quite necessary. And what brought this on was I grabbed a project bag and walked out the door, only to realize I had forgotten a needle, which you can't stitch without a needle. So I thought I would make a central little pouch that I could move from one project bag to the other, and I could check to see if that's in the project bag before I walk out the door, and it would have everything I need in it. So let's talk about what you need to have in a little project bag. First, let's talk about the toolkit bag that you're going to put everything in. So I gathered up a few options here, and the first one is a little bag like this. I got this as a little freebie from the Gentle Arts people, and it has two little pockets. So it has a pocket right here with a clear plastic front, and then it has the main pocket, and it's made out of a kind of a netting mesh type of stuff, which I'm seeing a lot in different project bags and things. Anyway, so that's one option. You can find these. I have seen these on Amazon. Amazon is probably the best place to look for most things, but anyway, not everything, because some things you can buy handmade. So this is a little bag that I purchased, quite a while back from Diddly Daddle Designs. I don't even know if she's still making little bags, but this is a great little bag for putting all of the little things that you're going to need to have in your project bag. And it has a nice zipper, so it closes, nothing's going to fall out. The other great little item that I like, and I do have a couple of these, and I have something else to show you, they're called Bitsy Bobs from Just That's So Kelly. Now I think she's retired from making these, but you can still purchase the pattern on her website. I know I went to her website to purchase the pattern because I have a couple that she made, but these are great because they have a place to put all your floss, and the other one I have has a zipper here, and then she puts fleecy interfacing type thing right here, so your flosses can stick to it, and you can also poke your needle in there. And in some of these, not this one, she puts a little magnet under her logo right there, and then it folds right up and it snaps and you're ready to go. Okay, so what are you going to put in these things? Well, the most important item, as I discovered, was you have to have a needle. And I think it would probably be a good idea to put a little packet of needles in there. That way you have all the sizes you might want. 26, 28, 24. This is a great little packet from Crafter's collection of John James needles. I have this on Cinematic, so I don't know how well. There we go. And it has both 26 and 28. 24 and 26 tapestry needles, and then a size 7 embroidery needle in it. So this is a perfect little packet to put in. This is just 26 from John James, and then my favorite needles from Peacemakers. These are size 28, and I like these especially if I'm using a smaller count fabric. Anyway, so needles, write that down. The next thing you're going to need is a pair of snips of some sort. And I recommend having something to put your snips in. So here's a pair of snips that I got from Modern. I'll link it down below. I can't think, I should have written that down and it totally went out of my head. Anyway, so a little pair of snips, and they have a little case or a sheath to go in. I love these little snips from Uhuru They're a Japanese company, and as you can see, they have their own little leatherette pouch, and they have a little tassel on the end, so they're easy to find, and they're tiny, and you can take these on the plane. I have taken them on the plane, and nobody took them from me. And then, you know, you have your basic scissors, and maybe you even have the stork scissors. My mom made me a little felt sheath to put on a pair of these, and you could do that totally. Anyway, so scissors, that's the next thing you need. All right, now those are probably, besides your stitching, those are probably the two most important items you'll want in your pouch, in your project bag. The next thing you might want to take along is some sort of a stitch ripper. And I really like these from Seam Fix. And I just got this at Hobby Lobby. And there's a little, over by the Notions, they have a little stand of just all these inexpensive little tools that you can get, and they're like mini tools. But these are great. And then this little top right here acts like an eraser to help you get some of the lengthy little extra pieces of thread off of your fabric, so that you don't have, you can't see where you just ripped out the wrong stitch. And this little guy has a little brush on the end. It actually came out of my sewing machine toolkit, and so it's just basic. Or you could just get a really basic one, like a Driscoll type one. Super easy. Something else you might want to have are a pair of really pointy tweezers. So I have this little red pair. They used to have polka dots on it. And then I have this little yellow pair with a heart in it. But they're both pointy. I think you can see that. Pointy, pointy, and it'll help you pluck. In my case, it helps me pluck cat hairs off of my stitching, but it would also help you pluck a thread out that you wanted to get out, should you have to frog. God forbid that would happen to you. All right, some other things is this little handy dandy device, a snag nabbit. And if you play thread chicken and you finally get a really short little piece of thread, what you can do is you can go on the back, squeeze this little loop, wire loop, put it under your stitching, grab the little piece of thread and pull it through. You just put it through like you were using it like a needle threader. You can also use this as a needle threader, and just pull it through, and there you go. You have beaten thread chicken. So I think this is called a snag nabbit. They come in packs of 2. I gave one to my daughter and I kept one for myself. Something else you might like to have is a measuring tape. This is a little bumblebee measuring tape. I like to keep things cute, and so a little measuring tape. Just a small one. You can find smaller ones than this, and this is great because it has the automatic retraction. I don't know what these are called, but these help keep your fabric in place. I think they were originally designed to go around spools of thread, and I've talked about these before, but there you go. And then you might want to keep a pencil and a highlighter in there to help you keep track of where you are in your stitching, or to make notes. And then if you get to do a lot of stitching, you need to do something with your orts. My mom had this cute little thing that she got from Kelsey's, and it's just a little zipper pouch, and you can put your orts in there. I don't think there's any orts in here. Anyway, super cute. So maybe you can find something like that, or a pattern, and it was attached to a little keychain with that on it, and it says Kelsey's Needle Craft. Kelsey's Needle Crafts, possible. Or keep it really simple, get yourself just a little snack Ziploc bag. Okay, some other things that I find important for myself. I wear glasses, so I keep a glass cleaning cloth in there. This is the glass cleaning cloth, that's why it looks so, well used. And then I use a pair of readers. I think these are 2.5, because I have 2.5, I have progressive lenses, and so I can see far, kind of far at the top, and then my reading part is down here, but I just put these over like that. I know it looks crazy, right? I got this idea from my friend at Lucy Beam. I knew I was gonna, it was just left my brain, but my friend at Lucy Beam Designs and Needleworks, and just put a pair of readers over your regular glasses and it magnifies. Now, it can get a little bit nauseating if you're watching TV, or if you don't want to do that, you can pick these little magnifying jobbies up, and this even has a light in it. This one's not great. There's better ones out there, and there's bigger ones too. And anyway, so a little magnifying glass for those of us who are optically challenged. Okay, so what are you gonna put all of this stuff in? Oh, and something to think about too is your hoop. If you use a hoop or a Q-snap, what size it is, especially since you're gonna be traveling with it. Not all hoops will fit in a project bag. So either you need to think about the size of your project bag or the size of your hoop. So I usually like something in this range. This is a 9-inch and a 7-inch. And those are the sizes, and these are the Murray interlocking hoops, so they hold the fabric really tight. So let's look at project bags. I'm sure I don't really have any nicely made project bags out of Quilter's Cotton or anything, but I have this old kind of folding project bag. You can tell from the fabric, I've had this for a long time. This used to be my to-go project bag, and it has inside of it a zipper pouch. So you could, if you had something like this could always be your to-go bag, and you would just change the project you're putting inside of it. And then there's a place to put the project, a couple different places to put your project, extra floss. I used to keep a book to read in here. Oh, this looks like I must have used it for some crochet projects because there's little stitch markers and things like that inside of it. Here's one that my mom made, and she used screen door fabric stuff, and she just put a piece of fabric, sewed a piece of fabric on the front of it. It has a zipper. I like this because it's airy, so nothing's going to get wet and mold and do anything like that in it. Here's another one that's similar to that. It has 2 pockets, and it's fun bright colors, and then it's got a handle. And I got this, it says Walker, San Francisco, and one year there was a gal selling these at Nashville, and that's who I bought this from. Here's one similar to that I got off of Amazon. I got a whole pouch of these, 10 of them for 10 bucks, something like that. And it's got 2 pockets, so you could put your toolkit in the front pocket and put your project in here. And they come in these more muted colors. And then there's the classic cheapy, and these come in different sizes. This is kind of a nice standard size. I think it's like 12 by 9 or something like that. So there you go. Ideas for putting together your traveling project bag. I think the key is having those 2 things, having the project a little bit separate from all the tools so that you can quickly move the tools or quickly move the project into the project bag that is the traveling project bag. I hope you guys found that. I just have a couple more things I want to talk about before we say toodaloo. First of all, I talked about my one more Christmas release, which is Pink Poinsettia. And I'm going to attempt to get closer on this, but I don't think it wants me to do that. So I'm going to hold it right there. And it's done in Cosmo flosses, but there is a DMC conversion. I'm going to do that real quick. So it's just on a card, and you can find these in my Etsy shop or at luhustitches.com. The project I'm most excited about right now and super happy to reveal to you is my monthly My Father's House collection. And each month is going to be a banner style project like this. This is January. I'm releasing it. Today is Friday the 15th of November, and I am releasing this in my shop and on my Etsy today. You can go there. You can either download it as a PDF instant download, or you can order it as a paper pattern, and I will have that out to you ASAP. On the paper patterns, the printed paper patterns are supposed to arrive today. So if you order today and they don't arrive, it might be tomorrow. UPS is so funny. They send me little emails telling me that my order is coming and what day, and then they readjust it and they send me an email for that too. It's crazy. Anyway, so there is January, and I talked about last time that if you go to my website, I have a freebie PDF instant download of the calendar for 2025. It's just simple. You can write on it. You could buy another frame. You could buy a big old frame and put both the banner and your paper calendar on it and hang it up where you need to use it, your office, your kitchen, your living room, wherever you want. Or you can just do the banner and display it in a nice place in your home. Okay, so those are my new releases. And then one last thing is I came across a crochet pattern I could not resist. I've started watching Elise Rose crochet. She's just fun to watch. She's super inspiring, and she designs amigurumi. I think she designed some other cute crochet items. She didn't design this crochet item. She just was talking about it, and I had to go and download it, and it's just made with Red Heart Super Saver yarns. So this is the color yarn that's used. Isn't it fun? And you make these cute, this is going to be like a granny square. I'm going to show you a picture here in a second. Super cute, and it's fun because you get a different color way every single time you make a flower, and it's for fun. And they won't be as, you know, they'll flatten out. Here I'm going to try and show you a picture. Maybe I will insert a picture here, but that would probably be the best is if I just inserted a picture, but in case I don't, there you go. Here's another picture. I can't get too close. I probably should not have put this on cinematic, but whatever. So anyway, it's an Afghan, and there are 63 squares, but they actually go really quick. I've kind of been buying the yarn piecemeal, which you should never do because die lots, but I did. And I just got the off-white color so I can, finish the squares. And it's also a join as you go. There's a video link in the directions, so I need to watch that and see how I'm supposed to do that. I've never done a join as you go, but I'm about to do it. And the last thing, Stephanie over at Luhu Stitches enabled me. She did a yellow version of this a long time ago, and I was watching her the other day. She had it all framed, and it just looked beautiful, and I thought I really want to do that. So something I have mentioned before, our youngest daughter is adopted from Uganda. So this kind of a design really reminds me a lot of our time in Uganda, and makes me think of my daughter when she was little. Anyway, so I just had to get it. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to in terms of a pattern, and I think it's a 16, maybe even an 18 count Aida in it, and it's all DMC floss on a really nice, I love how they did this floss card. It's missing some, so I'm wondering if this was a used pattern. So this may get really interesting, but I've got more floss than Carter's has liver pills. Does they say that anymore? Anyway, so I can go from that. So I didn't realize it's probably used. I probably paid too much for it. However, I think this is I wonder if they used the floss and chose their own fabric, just like I will probably choose my own fabric. It's almost a full coverage piece, but you don't stitch where it's white and the flowers there. So anyway, that's it from Luhu Stitches this time. This is just a quickie. Life is getting busy with the holidays coming up, and I'm working on trying to get better at this video, social media things. I've been watching lots of videos and that sort of thing. I hope you enjoyed this. You know where to find me. You can find me on Instagram as Luhu Stitches, Facebook Luhu Stitches, Pinterest Luhu Stitches, and YouTube Luhu Stitches. My website is www.luhustitches.com, and I'm on Etsy, as you guessed it, Luhu Stitches. Give me a thumbs up, share, comment. If you have any questions about anything I talked about today, just let me know. I am going to have a checklist, PDF checklist that I will link below for all the things that you want to put in your to-go bag. And I think that's it. So happy stitching and enjoy your November days. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving.